I feel I really became myself here, in that everything was stripped away. I've made such a mess of things, but that was freeing. So I just thought, well, I want to write. So I write the book, and what is the worst that can happen? It gets turned down by every publisher in Britain, big deal. So, you know, it's really back to the wall time here. My bedroom's a lot, my bedroom, the bedroom is a lot tidier now, God. God, that's much. This was a tip when I lived here. Oh, look, Harry Potter books. Now that's really freaky. And for years now, I felt like if it all disappeared, and some days I do feel like, is it real? Then this is where I would come back to, you know, this would be my baseline, I'd be back in Meath. And obviously if I'd known that 10 years, well, what was it, yeah, 10 years on, I'd come back here with a film crew and there would be my published books in someone else's bookcase in this room. I mean, it's really incredible to me. It really, I mean, yes. Because it's such a well-worn part of my story now, it's a big yawn to hear how I wrote it, as though it was all some sort of publicity stunt I did for a year. But it was my life, and it was very hard. And I didn't know there was going to be this fairy tale resolution. And I coming back here was just full of ghosts.
For most writers, the act of writing is a form of therapy, a way of making sense of the world and their place within it. Now, Jo Rowling is writing again. So, Jo, what are you writing now?
A story that I describe as a political fairy tale. And it's for, I think, slightly younger children, so that will probably be the next thing that I finish. I'm not in a mad hurry to publish. I would like to take my time.
Why?
Because I've lived with deadlines for 10 years, and I'm currently able to luxuriate in the fact that no one's really expecting it, no one knows anything about it, so I feel as though I've gone right back to the beginning of where I was on Philosopher's Stone when it was my private world, and I'd really like to enjoy that sole possession for a while.
Political fairy tale, that's all you're prepared to say?
I think that's quite a lot, James.
It's the end of a year of filming. There are just a few more questions I want to ask. When were you happiest?
Hospital, for the birth of each of my children, and Venice last year with Neil.
What's your biggest regret?
That I didn't keep my mother on the telephone longer the last time I spoke to her.
What do you still want to achieve?
I want to get better.
Do you ever feel you just got lucky?
Having the idea was lucky.
Do you ever feel a fraud?
Less as I get older, but I have done.
What keeps you going?
I'm a born trier.
Why do you still write?
Because I love it and I need it.
How would you like to be remembered?
As someone who did the best she could with the talent she had.
Sarah could do with some magical intervention, as she may not have won the battle with her evil brother quite yet. Coronation Street is next here on ITV1, followed by an emotional farewell to the town's much-loved Bobby in Heartbeat at 8.